Hello, another layout update. As you can see, the layout is a lot more tidier than it was before. You can actually see the baseboard now in places. It really was getting quite hard to work on the layout with so many things all over it. So this makes it a lot easier now. The other reason for the tidy up is that these baseboards are made out of MDF. Originally, when I constructed the baseboards, I didn't apply any sealer or any paint at all to the boards. They were just plain MDF, and I have the track laying on top of it. MDF should normally be sealed using either a primer or an actual MDF sealer. The layout location here can get quite damp during the winter time. This is one of the reasons why I want to put MDF sealer over the whole board. As you can see, there's also some grey paint been applied to the boards. This is not related to the MDF sealing issue. This is purely decorative and is a rough indication of where track and therefore ballast will go. The idea is that when I do put the ballast down, any areas that shows through or any gaps will just appear to be a mixture of grey or black or something that's ballast coloured as opposed to the sort of the brown colour of the MDF board. If I move around here, you can see the grey continues all the way around where the track work is. The white sheet there is a Pico point template. There's a gap here because I wasn't sure what the track will do here. In order to paint the baseboards, all of the track, the foam, and pretty much everything on the entire layout had to be taken up and put back down again after it had dried. This took quite a bit of time, as you can imagine, and that's why not that much progress has been made on the track laying side of things. However, in addition to the painting of the boards, I've also increased the height of the entire layout by approximately half a foot. This makes it much easier to work on the layout because it is now easier to reach things, and also it gives a better view of the trains and the rolling stock. In addition to raising the height, I also worked on improving the actual board construction, and the legs have been improved by adding these supports across the side here. These just screw on about halfway along and provide an angled piece that goes about halfway down, or about a third of the way down the leg. That stops any back and forth motion and increases the strength of the legs quite a bit. This has been done on both sides. We'll go around here. This is the other side. I've also completed the woodwork for the midboard. As you can see, it's now level and flat with the sideboard here and the first board over here. The front row here, where there's two small boards, this is not fixed down and will be done later, but the main part has been done. In addition, I added in a 6-way extension lead to provide 6 sockets at the front of the benchwork. This is just sitting on 2 screws with a wire that runs up there under the midboard to the back. This goes up behind the foam, up the wall here, and just plugs into the existing socket. You may also notice that the socket is now higher. I think you can just about see the yellow part, the outline of the old socket position. I decided to raise the socket because it was in the way of the backboards, which I'll be putting in the future. I want to be able to put back seams along here without having to upset the woodwork of the room here. When I measured the height, the socket was in the way, and I also wanted to be able to use the socket. Therefore, I had it moved about 1 foot higher. The other item you can see plugged into the socket is a point-to-point wireless link to get some internet access into the layout room here. That's mainly for use for when I try and do some computer control later. I'm slowly putting all the track back, all the foam risers and stuff. Bridge is back in position again. The foam here was unpinned and moved over, painted and then just put back, so they pretty much retained their shape. The midsection inside the foam circle here still needs to be painted. You can just about see the slight colour difference if I zoom in here. Near the foam there, you can see that it's a slightly darker colour and goes lighter where it's not been painted. That board there with the electronics on it is part of a control board that I'm working on. This is a 8-way occupancy detector. It's not actually doing anything yet, it's just stuck to the board. That's a accessory decoder with some Hornby points attached for testing. The 5 boards there are part of the lens signalling system the automatic braking control, which I'm still working on. This junction here is where I connect all of my copper wires to. The large wires that are black coloured are the DCC bus, and the red and black there are the AC power from the lens transformer. These will eventually be moved under the board and connected into the new socket that I've put under here. Apologies for the bad lighting. It's better. This junction over here is probably going to be changed. I'm not sure quite what I'm going to do with this yet. The double points that are here are going to be moved somewhere along the back over there, possibly where the white sheet is. That's a point template, but for a different type of point. Fortunately, no trains running at the moment due to most of the track not being joined up and a lot of the wiring needing to be fixed. As you can see, there's quite a large amount of wiring in a big knot like here. That's actually just for the signals. I'm going to redo the wiring as well, make it a bit tidier. That's about it for this update. Thanks for watching. Please feel free to subscribe or leave a comment if you have one. Thanks. Bye.